What's up guys? So for today's video we have a dash cam. I've had one on my previous car. I thought it's about time I install one on this one. I used to have the Mobius, which is like a Tic Tac sized action cam slash dash cam, which worked great, but I want something a little bit better. So this one is the Viofo A119 with GPS, and why I like this is because the GPS antenna is not separate from the actual unit. It attaches to the unit and acts as the mounting point to your windshield. So it's a very clean install. So let's get right into this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
I also want to mention this particular one that I bought from Amazon has the has a couple optional parts. The GPS is optional, so I added that. It also comes with in the box the hardwire kit instead of just the cigarette lighter adapter. This is important because if you use the cigarette lighter adapter to hardwire with, you're going to need to buy a female cigarette lighter adapter, which you're going to hardwire into your fuse box, and that just becomes a whole messy process. You're going to have wires everywhere, this large device you got to hide in the fuse box panel somewhere. It's not a clean install, and the reason why you got to do that and you can't just cut the wire off the cigarette lighter is because the dash cam itself uses 5 volts, and when you have 12 volts going right into it, it's just going to fry it up, or you're going to blow a fuse or something. Ask me how I know. You learn these things the hard way. But besides that, let's get right into it. So I'm gonna start off with a couple things you're gonna need besides this package that comes with the hardwire kit and the GPS unit. You're gonna need one of these. Oop, looks like it's open. You're gonna need one of these ADA fuses. So I don't know if it's gonna focus. So basically, this allows you to tap right into a fuse in your fuse box. I'm not sure which fuse we're gonna use yet. I'm gonna try to use the cigarette lighter or accessory port fuse in our cars, see how that works out. And I also have some of these connectors. So this one is just like a package of random sizes. So other than that, let's start opening this up. So first thing we see is the camera itself. Packaging could be a little better, but can't complain. So this is the camera. See how that bottom part has the pins? So this is where the GPS unit's gonna attach and act as the mounting point. So, and then the camera itself actually pivots left, right, as well as up and down. Some buttons: record, that's the emergency button. It's gonna allow you to save a certain time frame of the clip in case something happens. So let's say if someone cuts in front of you and side swipes you or something, you can press that button and it's gonna save that particular clip in a secure location so it won't get overwritten afterwards. So you have a mic button, menu, and power, of course. So the GPS unit has its own USB port, so you won't be using this one. And that one runs from the back, so you're not gonna have this wire looping around to here. It's gonna be a very clean install with that unit. So let's put that aside. Got a manual, who cares about that? So this is the hardwire unit. This is optional. It pretty much steps down the 12 volts to 5 volts so you won't fry up your dash cam. So we're gonna be attaching the hot wire from this to the ADA fuse straight to the panel, and then gonna ground the black to the bolts that we're gonna find down there. So comes with the USB cable you would use. This is basically the cigarette lighter adapter for it. Don't need that. We got mounting point with 3M. This is the GPS unit. We'll take a look at that in a second. And you got data cable, as well as some little clips to mount the wiring, but I'm not going to use this. As well as some extra 3M, it looks like. So let's put these things back. And also, before we get to the install, I wanted to mention a couple of things. The native resolution on this is 1440p. 30 frames per second, but you could also record in 1080p at 60 frames per second, which is what I think I'm going to be doing for a smoother clip. Also, I will leave a link to this in the description if you're interested. So I'll leave also a couple of test footages at the end of this clip. So let's get to that install. Alright guys, so real quick, these are the tools that I think I'm just going to need. So I got some cutters and crimpers, 3M double-sided tape just in case, 10mm zip ties, 8mm flathead screwdriver, pliers, and I already went ahead and prepared this. So I got the one of these hooks on the negative terminal, there you go, and the add a fuse connected, as you can see right there. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to try to do is run the cable up to the spot I want, see how long it is, if it's going to reach. To do that, I'm going to have to remove this panel. I'm going to remove some of this trimming and pop the A-pillar. From what I understand, the A-pillar should just pop out, and it is difficult to get it out all the way. I think there's a little hook back here. I was watching one of Last Human's Garage's video, and I saw there's a little hook and it doesn't just come out all the way. So let's see how that works out, and I'll get right back to you guys. So this should just pry open with a screwdriver or some trim removal tool. This just comes right off, and this also just pops right off. So I'll be right back. So that literally took like 2 seconds, no effort at all. So I got the side removed, this trim, and as you can see, this popped right open. So, and it doesn't come out like I thought. There's that yellow clip, I don't know if you guys can see that. Holding it in, it's like a hook. I don't see a way to get that unless you really force it out. And I don't want to break any clips right now. Plus you got that airbag right there. It's kind of sketchy. So let's get this wired up. So I'm going to start wiring from the bottom up, see where the wire reaches. So it seems like there's plenty of wire to reach anywhere up here. So I'm just going to go ahead and try to mount the dash cam first and go from there. Alright, so I think I got the wire where I want it, so it's right there. Running down there, I already popped the A-pillar back in. Runs down, and as you can see right there, runs right into the fuse box. Comes out of there. So, let me put all this stuff back together. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up in the fuse box. Alright, so I got everything buttoned back up, trim back, side piece back up, everything's wired up, and looking at this diagram, looks like we're going to use that one right there, the 10 amp. It says cigar on it, cigarette lighter adapter. So let's go ahead and give that a try. Let's see if it's an ignition on and off, because that's what I want to do. I don't want a constant power setup, just don't want to risk the battery dying on me. So let's check it out, see if it works. Also, I forgot to mention, probably want to do the negative first. And I believe when I watched Last Human's Garage's video, there was a bolt right back underneath here. It's an 8mm that you could use. I don't know if that's going to catch it, but I'm just going to go ahead and hook that up right now. Alright, so I got the ground hooked up. Got the add a fuse hooked up, as you can see right there, and the cigarette lighter adapter. The one to the right is actually for the taillights, the sequential taillights. So let's see if this works out. I got it plugged in, just hanging there. So if I turn the ignition on, it should turn on and start recording. Although I did forget to put the SD card in, so I gotta do that. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, so it says please insert SD card. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'm gonna take this out for a test drive and post up the footage. guys, so this is the final product. Nice and clean install. There it is. So I'll show you guys what it looks like from the outside too. You could barely see it. So it's right there. I'm not sure if you guys could even see it. Let's try from a different angle. So that concludes today's video. I hope you guys liked it. I always liked the idea of dash cams, and I've had one always, so finally it was about time I did one on this car. So this particular one has a GPS. I never had one with a GPS on it. Let's see how it works out. It also has location, it shows on there. I think it's the longitude and latitude. So other than that, hope you guys liked the video. Make sure you subscribe, like, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.